Hi, I'm Jordan, and today I'm going to show you how to make your at-home impressions and take your photos for your NewSmile clear aligners. First things first, you're going to want to make sure that you have your box for your aligner impressions and a mirror, and then of course you're going to want to make sure to brush and floss your teeth and wash your hands before you start. Inside your impression kit, you'll also get these 3 pieces of paper. This first one is a general guide on how to go about taking your impressions. Then here you have a complete guide, step by step, on the entire process of taking your impressions, what you want to look for accurate impressions, what you don't want in your impressions, and how to take your photos and send them back to NewSmile. Send us back your impressions with the return label provided, and in 3 to 4 weeks, our licensed dentists and orthodontists will create a 3D preview of your new smile. If all looks good, we'll start making your aligners, and in 4 weeks, you'll get your aligners delivered to your door. Download our app, NewSmile, and we'll provide the tool for you to monitor yourself, or for support from a licensed dental practitioner so you can finish your treatment on time. So the first step to making your actual impressions is to make sure that the trays are big enough to fit your back molars. So you'll be able to tell the difference between the upper and the lower tray because the lower tray has nothing in the middle and the upper tray has an indent for your tongue. So you're going to want to insert the upper tray and make sure that it is wide enough and big enough to support your back molars and your entire arch. If you find that the tray is too small, then make sure to look inside your impression kit for a larger size tray. Once you've made sure that your trays fit, it's time to do a practice round. So inside your impressions kit, you'll find a white putty and a green putty. When you mix both of the putties together, they will activate and solidify. So you want to make sure that you only mix them for 30 seconds maximum. Make sure that they are entirely blended together and then put them in the tray, insert them into your mouth immediately. First, you're going to want to measure out the putty to make sure that your little putty worm is about 4 inches long before you place it in the tray. Then you're going to want to align your front teeth with the middle of the putty in the tray. Using your thumbs, push the tray as far as you can deep into your gums. Then, push evenly with your thumbs to seat the front teeth and back molars evenly. Use your thumbs to evenly press the trays deeply into your gums so that your back teeth almost hit the bottom of the tray, but never bite into the putty. Here's some examples of some bad impressions and some good impressions. So, an example of a bad impression would be if it's too shallow, if you bite through the putty into the tray, or if you have some dragging marks from your teeth moving around a little bit while taking the impression. Unfortunately, a bad impression will be returned. And that's why it's important to do all 4 rounds of impressions, 2 bottoms and 2 tops, so that when you send your impressions back to the lab, that hopefully one of those 2 will be great. Now here's an example of a good impression. We see the entire gum line, the definition in between the teeth, the entirety of the teeth and the back molars are completely covered, and we don't have any drag marks or streaking. And we also see that there is no bite marks through to the tray, and now I think you're ready to do some practice impressions. What do you think? So in order to do your practice impressions, you're going to want to grab 2 green putties. Now remember, if you mix a white putty and a green putty to do your practice impression, it will solidify, and then that will be a final impression. But when we use the 2 green putties, it won't actually activate and solidify, so we're able to use this as many times as we want to practice in order to make sure that we're comfortable getting our impressions right before we begin. Now set a timer for exactly 30 seconds, and you're going to want to mix the putty together for exactly 30 seconds. Remember, the green putties together aren't going to activate, but this will be good practice because when we actually mix the green and white putties together, they will activate in 30 seconds. So after 30 seconds, you're going to want to roll out your putty into a 4-inch long worm. Taking your 4-inch long worm, you're going to want to put it in the center of the tray so it looks like this. Then, moving as fast as possible, you're going to insert the tray into your mouth like so. Once you've correctly seated the tray using your thumbs to push the tray evenly into the back molars and all of your surrounding teeth, you're going to want to use your fingers to move your lip over top of the tray and gently use your fingertips to massage your lip around the edges of the impression tray to make sure that you get the gum line of the impression. When we're doing our actual impressions, we're going to want to keep the tray in our mouth for 3 minutes and 30 seconds to make sure that the putty solidifies. But since we're doing practice impressions, you can just gently take the tray out of your mouth now and inspect your impressions and see if they're good to go. So if you see my impressions, they look pretty good, but they're actually a little bit too shallow and I didn't get the full gum line. And this is why we do a practice round. So if you have this problem and you're not getting the full gum line, then just make sure that you press a little bit more firm around your lip to make sure that you get the gum line of your impressions. You're going to want to make sure that you do your practice impressions until you've done your practice impressions correctly 3 times. Now let's try and do that 2 more times until we're comfortable enough to move on to our final impressions. Did you do it? Now hopefully you're comfortable enough to move along to your final impression. When you're done using your green putty to make your practice impressions, you can roll it back out and split it in 2 again so that you can use your green putty to make your final impressions. Let's move on to the final impressions. Now, making sure that you use a mirror, it's time to start our impressions. This time, using a green putty and a white putty, we're going to start our final impressions. So remember, when you mix the green and the white, it will solidify in 30 seconds. So make sure to start a timer for 30 seconds, mix the 2 putties for 30 seconds, and then get the putty in the tray and the tray into your mouth as fast as possible. So with 30 seconds on the clock, let's take a deep breath, relax, and get started. Make sure you have your tray handy. Now let's start the clock and mix our putties together for 30 seconds. You're going to want to mix your putties and roll them together vigorously to make sure that both colors are completely blended together with no streaks, and you'll have one solid green color when you're done. Make sure that you don't take any longer than 30 seconds or the putty might be too solidified in order to make your impressions. Now, taking your 4-inch worm before your time is up, place the worm inside the tray, make sure that it is all even. Then you're going to want to make sure that you have your mirror handy. With your mirror, put the impression tray into your mouth. Now making sure that we pull our lip over top of the tray and use our fingers to massage the lip firmly around the edges of the tray to capture the gum line. And we're going to make sure that with 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, we keep our tray in position. Now that 3 minutes and 30 seconds is up, we're going to gently rock the tray out of our mouth using our thumbs and the front tab of the tray, and voila! Now we're going to repeat the process 3 more times, once more for the top, 2 more times for the bottom. Now that all 4 trays of impressions are done, you can put them back in the box that they came in. If you unfold the flap, there is an area for one set, and then you fold the flap back up, and the other set seats in the top. Then, once you've put all of your impression trays back into the kit, make sure to close up and seal the box, put the return label on the bottom, and ship off your impression trays back to NewSmile as soon as possible to make sure that the orthodontist can get to your treatment plan and get your NewSmile clear aligners made as fast as possible and shipped directly to you at your home. And now that you're done your NewSmile clear aligners impression trays, it's time to take your photos. Now, a selfie would be great, but you can also ask a friend to take the photos for you if you'd like some help, or if you don't have anybody to help, just a brightly lit room and the self-timer on your phone will be just great. Inside your NewSmile Clear Aligners impression kit, you're going to find one of these cheek stretchers. And no, this one isn't for playing Mad Gap. So first you're going to want to insert it into both sides of your cheeks. Now biting down, you want one picture from the front, one from the left, one from the right. Then you want to pull up and take a picture showing your top teeth and then your bottom. And that's it. Now all you have to do is upload your photos to NewSmile, make sure that you've sent your impression trays back to NewSmile, and you're all set. Your clear aligners will arrive in the mail directly to your house, and your NewSmile awaits you. And that's it! I hope you found this video helpful. Wishing you the best of luck in taking your at-home NewSmile clear aligner impressions, and wishing you the best on your journey to a straighter smile. And if you're just checking out this video and you haven't got a chance to order your NewSmile clear aligners yet, I have a special bonus for you. If you check out the link in the description box below this video, you'll find a coupon to save up to $150 off your order of NewSmile clear aligners. I'm Jordan Sparks, thanks for watching.